Hello and welcome. My name is VR and this is my Traptrix deck profile. Traptrix is a pretty interesting deck and it got a very good toy to play with in Master Duel with the Lord of the Heavenly Prison, um, where you reveal the cards. That cards can't be destroyed by card effects anymore, and if a set spell or trap card is activated, you can special summon it from your hand, and if it was revealed by its effect during that time, you can also set one spell or trap directly from your deck. Important, it's also spell, so you can also set the prosperity, which can give you decent follow-up. So let's get into the monsters. We have three Mammalion, two Dionaea, three Mantis, and one Vesiculo. Um, Usually you run 9 Traptrix because we don't want to see too many, but we don't want to see none. And usually you have 2 card combo starters in this deck, so you have either Traptrix card and the Parallel Exceed or the Shade Brigandine. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Shade Brigandine. So we run 3 the Mammalion searches a whole trap from your deck, and if it's special summoned, it has a mandatory effect where you target one spell or trap your opponent controls and destroy that target. It activates nonetheless, even if your opponent has no spell or trap, and then it just fizzles, but still activates the Traptrix Terra. Next up, we have the Dionaea. Um, When it's normal summoned, you can target one Traptrix monster in your graveyard and special summon the target in defense position. And if this card is special summoned, you can target one of your normal trap holes in your graveyard and set it, which is rarely comes up, but it exists. Next up we have Mantis. Mantis searches on normal summon for a Traptrix monster and has a quick effect where you can target one of your set spell or trap cards and return it to your hand. And then you can set either the same or a different one. It protects your back row. You can, if you get MST, Twin Twisted, or Cycloned, you can target one of those targeted trap cards and put it back into your hand, protect it from destruction or banishment, and set the same card again. Keep in mind that if you do it in in the opponent's turn, you can no longer activate that card. So that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is because yeah. And last up we have the Vesiculo on normal summon, or rather, um, it doesn't have a normal summon effect in this case. You can special summon the card by sending one of your spell traps. Oh, actually just traps. So any set trap you have, you can send to the graveyard and special summon this card. And if you have no trap cards on your field, you can banish it to set one normal whole trap card. For extenders, we have the Parallel Exceed and the Shade Brigandine. They are your combo extenders, like you open one Mammalion and search for Trap Hole Floodgate or Gravedigger Trap Hole, link off into Sarah, and depending on what you have, you either summon the Parallel Exceed or the Shade Brigadines. Shade Brigadine would trigger the Sarah and search for usually Vesiculo. So you can special summon the Vesiculo and then you go into Granite or Rafflesia usually. Normally Granite because it searches the Lord of the Heavenly Prison. And that's what we have those. We run 3 of both because we want to open one along with a Traptrix usually. Next up, we have three-dimensional shifters. In case you go second, you just quick effect use it. It's gonna be a dead card uh, once you have anything engraved, so if you can use it, you usually use it. Like, it doesn't hurt you having your cards in graveyard. Especially doesn't hurt if you banish the Shade Brigandine, because then the next Shade Brigandine is still live to activate in the same turn where you set it. And D-Shifter just kills a lot of decks currently, which is great. And even if they play through the D-Shifter, like for example, they summon their DPE, the Celestial and the Dasher get banished, so they don't get the Celestial draw anymore, or the free summon off of the Dasher. And that's why we run 3D Shift. It's just a very solid card. Sometimes comes up, and sometimes it's just a brick in your hand. Happens. Next up, we have two Lord of the Heavenly Prison. We run two because we don't wanna only run one, but we don't wanna open this card really. Like, if you open it, it's nice, but could be a different card, like a combo starter or a combo extender. Like, it could be a Traptrix, it could be Parallel Exceed or Shade Brigandine. So we run two since it's a rocks, it is searchable by Gallant Granite. You reveal the card in your main phase. Your any set card on the field can't be destroyed. And if a set spell or trap card is activated, you can special summon it from your hand, and if it was revealed during that time, you can also set any spell or trap from your deck. Next up we have 3 Prosperity. I think Prosperity is probably the best card, like the best deck that runs that can run Prosperity is probably Traptrix, because Prosperity is very strong in decks that need 2 cards to start combos. And usually you send like the Abyss Dweller, Tornado Dragon, Time Thief, the Alumeros, the Link Spider, and sometimes you send the Utopia S39 or the Zeus if you feel like you don't need it. Sometimes you run the Sarah, doesn't really matter. And then you just dig very deep into your deck trying to find Parallel Exceed, Shade Brigandine, or depending on your hand, a Traptrix monster. Next up we have 3 Torrential Tribute and 2 Needle Sealing, aka another 2 Torrential Tribute. Since Refleja prevents your Traptrix from being destroyed by card effects, Needle Sealing just becomes a second Torrential Tribute, but without the condition that a monster needs to be summoned. So we run 3 Torrential, 2 Sealing. Very good, very good. For the trap holes, we run 1 Floodgate, 2 Gravedigger, and that's it, because we don't really need much more, since we can usually recycle 1 or 2 with the Dionaea or the Vesiculo. I think the 3 are okay. You can maybe add another Gravedigger, because it's just very good against hand traps and a lot of stuff. But you only need those 3, and there are a lot of games, not even 2 of them come up, so it stops DPE, which is an argument for not cutting, but adding 1 Gravedigger, but so is Ice Dragon Prison, so who cares? 2 Witches Strike, for example, if you get ashed on the Parallel Exceed, or for example, I played versus Sword Soul and they negated the Torrential Tribute and their Witch Strike them. Their whole board and their whole hand is gone, and that turn just ends. It's just such a good card, especially currently where everyone is playing negates. It's just very, very good. And some people don't even know that card exists. so they won't play around it either. 2 Ice Dragon Prison because it's a good card. It triggers your Heavily Prison, it triggers your Serra. We run it to mainly have removal in some sort. It's just Ice Dragon's Prison. 3 Solemn Strike. Solemn Strike plus Torrential Tribute is basically always a board wipe. Like, they summon something, you Torrential, they negate it, you Solemn Strike, and the chain is done, and you get the board clear. And last up we have 2, there can be only 1. It's strong versus a lot of decks currently, because like Drytron kind of wants their machines on the field before they can do a lot. It completely kills stuff like heroes, which are all warriors, or Despia, which are all fairies before they fusion. So it's a very, very good card against the current mana. For the extra deck, we run Utopia and Utopia the Lightning. I think it's called Utopia the Lightning. Yeah. You can, instead of running this, save up on UR Dust and run Utopia double with the double or nothing. But then you draw the double or nothing and it sucks, and we don't want that. And Utopia Lightning is still a very good card, even though it's a UR. Next up we have Abyss Dweller and Tornado Dragon, Time C3 Doer, Zeus, West Bernardo, just some Xyz you can make, and most of the time you prosperity them away, but they come up sometimes. Just keep in mind you can't pop stuff with Tornado Dragon that is face down, while your own Heavenly Prison is revealed, because it protects the enemy back row just like it protects yours. Rafflesia, because we run a Traptrix deck, so we run Rafflesia. Timothy Freedo is just generic. Gallant Granite searches you the Heavenly Prison. Alumerus sometimes comes up, but usually you send it with the Prosperity. West Bernardo, it's a machine, rank 5 Xyz. You can overlay it above any level 4 Xyz. And if it gets destroyed by, I think, any opponent's card, you can target one level 5 or lower monster in your graveyard and special summon it. And then, for example, you have the Mammalian special summon to pop a spell. You have the dionaea special summon to get back one of your mostly gravediggers. And it's just overall a good card. And it also has the piercing damage, which is whatever, but it still exists. Next up we have Mr. AA Sus. Sus is just a generic, you attack this turn with Granite or Utopia and overlay into Zeus and have some fancy board removal. Keep in mind you can't overlay Zeus over the Utopia or the West Bernardo in the same turn you summon them, so you can't just Xyz climb and stack up materials, but usually you always end on a 2 material Zeus, which is not the best, but it exists. It's what we have to use, so well. Next up we have Link Spider in case of playing against dinos and just linking away the Lost World token. And if you summon Link Spider, you can follow up with Parallel Exceed, go into your Granite, set up your board, and be good. 2 Traptrix Sarah, because you can run 3, but usually if you run 3, it's just prosperity fodder, because usually only 2 come up at best. Most of the time only 1 comes up, so we just run 2 because we don't need more. The Colaria, basically it's a monster reborn on a Traptrix monster in your graveyard, and it's good once you don't have the 3 trap holes in your deck anymore to grab with the Serra when a Traptrix monster effect triggers. So once we don't have any trap holes in the deck anymore, we just go into the Colaria and resummon the other Traptrix monsters. And last up we have the Blackluster Soldier. Since now we have the Heavenly Prison, a lot of times you link off into the Soldier and it has the level 7 material effect where your opponent cannot target it with card effects, and also it cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And if it destroys a monster by battle, you can either gain 1500 attack permanently, make a second attack, or banish one card on the field. Most of the time you banish something, sometimes you make a second attack, and very rarely you gain the attack because it's just set up for next turn usually, and you usually don't want to play like there's a next turn, right? And that's it for the deck profile. You have the only problem with Traptrix you have is basically it bricks a lot, and let's go into some gold gameplay. Hope for the best, hope we don't brick, and yeah. One more win for gold 2 on this account. We lose the coin flip unfortunately, but it's whatever. We're going second, so we hope we see a D shifter. And if you go second, just make sure you hover at the bottom to go for the on trigger if you see the D shifter, because you instantly wanna activate the D shifter. So we have the Lord of Heavenly Prison, we have Needle Ceiling, Floodgate, Witch Strike, and Gravedigger's Trap Hole. All of them are pretty okay, but it's not the best. So we have Eldlich here. They search for their Golden Lord probably, or Conquistador, or whatever they are missing. I haven't seen a lot of Eldritch now that Conquistador is banished, not banished, limited to 1. There's the 1 Conquistador. Let's see if he discards anything for the Eldritch effect. Doesn't seem like it. We don't really care about the skill drain, but it's still something we have to consider. Okay, we have a Shape Brigandine, but we don't really have any relevant follow-up. So what we're gonna do here is reveal the Lord. Hope for the best. Let's see if they have anything. Usually they don't. Okay, and now we do the classic Traptrix moment where we set 5 and pass because we bricked. Now we end our turn, and the set spell or traps can't be destroyed by card effect, and if they activate the eldlich effect, we can Gravedigger's Trap Hole the eldlich. Golden boy. So he's gonna search probably for Hakero. It's either Hakero, and usually it's Hakero now that we know he has the Conquistador on the field. It's either Hakero or he's searching straight up for the eldlich Golden Lord. Yeah. He's gonna discard the eldlich and try to nuke our back row where we just Gravedigger's Trap Hole him. We don't really care a lot about what he does currently. Okay, so it's this guy. I forgot what this card does. Oh, it reduces attack to 0 once. Do I want to summon out the Shade here? I don't think so. Okay, and he ends on that. Let's see, we got a Torrential Tribute. Let's activate the Lord of the Heavenly Prison. Maxi. Activate the Shape Brigandine. Can go into Link Spider with the Shade, but I don't really want to do it. So we're gonna set the Torrential and pass turn. Okay, he summons out the Conquistador. You can actually Floodgate Trap Hole that thing, and it would just go back, but there's no point in doing that. So we won't do it. Searches for another eldlich card. Either Golden Lord or... the fuck? 7 cities. We fusion summons, okay. Goes into Golden Lord of Madness, I think, whatever it's called. We will see. $23, that's depressing. Okay, becomes eldlich. We Floodgate hold that thing. We could also Torrential it, but I think I just want to Floodgate it for now. Now we can summon the Heavenly Prison. And we can search for anything we need. I'm thinking about getting... There can be only one, but I think Ice Dragon's Prison would probably be the best. Does he have anything green? Okay. Yeah, we search for the Ice Dragon's Prison. Reduces one monster of ours to 0. We don't really care. Our needle ceiling is live currently, so that's fine. Activates the eldlich in the grave. Okay. I could Gravedigger Trapple it, but do I want to? I don't think yet. I probably should have Gravedigger Trappled it, but it is what it is. We're gonna needle sealing here because it doesn't matter if we do or not. Pops those two face-up cards. Unfortunately, needle sealing is just face-up monsters, but he can't flip up the Mad Golden Lord anyway, so it doesn't matter. Hakeru, he probably banishes the Heavenly Prism, but we don't care about that. Yeah. Okay. We are not dead yet, but our Solemn Strike is no longer alive, which sucks. And it sucks that we play against the back row deck every time I want to showcase any back row deck. But next turn we can banish two of his golden boys. Let's see. That's actually not bad. We set the Dragon's Prison, and that's what I mean with Traptrix, just notorious to brick. It's just how it is. Come forth other eldlich card. Banish both eldliches, and we still have the option to get a maxi, so we are safe for now. Searches for a card, we don't care. Let's see if we can clutch this out. Searches for the last golden boy. Activates the effect of last golden boy. And what we're gonna do now is we gonna Gravedigger's Trap Hole, that effect, and then we yoink the Eldritch from the grave. Does he have a Solemn Judgment for this? He does not. Okay. We steal the Eldritch. And hope for the best. Yes, nice. Summon it in defense position to our field. We don't wanna banish cards, do we? Do we? I could banish the Eldritch. Does he still have the... He used the Conquistador, right? Yeah. Can flip up the Golden Lord. I'm thinking about banishing the Eldritch, but I don't know if I want to do that. I'm gonna say no. Okay. Another heavenly prison. Okay. um, let's just reveal it. And pass turn. This is just one of those heavy grind games. And they are very interesting to watch, I think. I really like those games. I don't like it against eldlich, but even against eldlich, it's fun. It's better than watching Drytron combo for 5 hours and then you don't have anything you can do against it. And I don't think they run any kind of hard removal or something. Okay, he does that. I think I summon the Heavenly Prison here. But this time in defense position because he can reduce it with this card to 0. What do I search here? I think I'm gonna search the Prosperity. Maybe I shouldn't have placed it in that column. But well. I forgot the stats of the Mad Golden Lord. I don't know if it's 3 or 2. Okay. 3835. Okay. Okay, he end phases here. I mean, he's probably gonna have an Ash Blossom. Why is my Discord not on muted? Anyway, we're gonna banish 6, Abyss Dweller, Tornado Dragon, Time Thief, Lomeru, Topia Lightning, and Seraph. Let's hope for an Ash. Imperial Order. Well, that sucks. Fancy animation. I don't care about the animation though. How many of those? One. It's only one so far and 2. I don't know if you searched the third one yet. But I don't want to play into it. But now he should just die to the Imperial Order if he can't kill me. But I think the Mad Golden Lord also needs a Golden Lord as material, right? Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Any Mad Golden Lords? There it is. It needs one eldlich monster. So yeah, that's the only eldlich he can still get, and now he is gonna burn out on the Imperial Order. Hopefully. Because as long as I don't do anything, he can't do much since he's missing 2 eldliches and I have the third one. It's so hot outside today. Germany is getting hot now. In terms of weather, not in terms of living here. I mean, living here is pretty nice, but I could imagine better places. At least it's a very safe place. Paleo. Okay. Banishes this. Okay. Yeah, nice duster when IO is online. Eldlich players, everyone. That searches an elixir, right? Yeah, doesn't do anything. Parallel exit. Doesn't help us right now, but let's hope it helps us soon. Just slowly dying to that IO. And that's it. We won. Let's go. Well, that's how we play Traptrix in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel when heartbreaking. Um, yeah, I hope you liked the deck profile, even though it was a bit chaotic, since I'm a bit new to the game. Not the game, but a bit new to Traptrix itself. I just saw the Heavenly Prison being released, so I thought maybe I should try to make it work. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, even though it was a bit long because of the thing we queued into. Um, I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope I see you in the next video. Goodbye.